On tonight's episode, we talk about Godzilla versus King Kong.
And other pop culture news of the week. Okay. Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes, Godzilla versus King Kong. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert. So let's start getting this out of the way. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Mm-hmm. There was like one big disappointment for me because the trailer spoils like some plot twist, the big plot twist in the movie. If you have a keen eye, if you pay attention to details on the trailer, there's a scene that says like all systems loading. The Japanese guy in the back, this big scream saying all systems loading. It's not discreet. And there's like one half a second clip that you see this metal head flying over Hong Kong, which is Mecha Godzilla, which there was a big plot twist. But I liked it. It was fun. Besides that, it was fun. There was like some stuff that was not in the trailer. The whole go through the story real quick.
Yeah, sure. So just right off the bat, I think that this is a B movie with spectacular production value, like a solid cast and fantastic effects and all this. But it is a B movie.
Yeah, but B movies means like badass, beautiful.
Yeah, that too. Which this is not a criticism, just establishing what genre we're dealing with here and what. Anyway. So we start off on Skull Island, right?
Yes.
No, I always forget like the beginnings. Anyway, start off. Oh, that's right. We start off with King Kong, and he's waking up one morning and stretching, and he goes to shower in a waterfall, and just living his ape life, and he starts going off on a stroll. He picks up a tree and just like breaks off the root, just rips the tree out, right? Breaks off the roots and strips all the branches off and goes off to visit this little girl and say hi to her. And as they're talking, he suddenly just talking. He launches this tree trunk like a javelin, and it looks like it's just arcing through the sky, but then it hits some kind of invisible wall and these tiles fall, and you realize he's actually inside this huge containment thing, and it pulls out, and we realize this is a Monarch facility. It's a Kong containment.
Yeah, the island is contained, which explains why he wasn't on the previous movie. When Godzilla was fighting all the monsters, because all the monsters felt him and went to attack him, and the other ones were awakened by the bad guys.
Yeah.
He was contained and protected and hidden at the Skull Island.
Yes.
Facility.
Yes, but there's a problem. He hates it in there, and he wants to get out, and he's getting bigger, and the island just can't sustain him anymore. So, that Team King Kong, I guess, Team Kong, is looking for a solution. In the meantime, there's a crazy conspiracy theorist podcaster who works at Apex Cybernetics?
Sure.
Cyber something. Anyway. And he's ready to blow the whistle on something crazy that's going on. So he goes in and he sneaks in his jump drive, and he's downloading all these plans for shipping something huge from that facility in Pensacola all the way to Hong Kong. And it's like, man, what's going on? This is big. And as he's figuring this out, suddenly the Titan alarm goes off, and it turns out Godzilla, for reasons unknown, is attacking this facility in Pensacola, which is right on the coast it's on the Gulf Coast. The Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, clarifying, we have listeners all over the world.
This is true, and there are multiple Gulfs.
Yes.
My apologies to residents of other Gulf coasts.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Godzilla just decimates this facility. Our podcaster barely escapes with his life, but not before he's seen something he shouldn't have seen. Some giant piece of tech. It looks like a giant eye or something We don't know. Okay, so we're sort of establishing the characters. We see Millie Bobby Brown. She listens to the podcast. She's not really into like staying in school or whatever. She realizes something's going on. Something's wrong with Godzilla. There's got to be more to the story. So she and her friend, Josh, I think, but they call him Tapwater for the whole movie. They go off to try to find this podcaster, figure out what's going on with Godzilla. In the midst of all this, we have our clearly super evil billionaire tech person who owns Apex, and he's looking for some mysterious energy source that's probably in the middle of the earth, in this hollow earth where all the Titans originated at some point. And so he recruits a scientist, and he's got these like crazy super like ship things, like flying whatever, called heaves. And he's like, look, I'll give you this stuff, you get to the center of the earth and find this power source for me, and it'll all be good. So scientist goes to get Kong because they figure Kong can lead them to the center of the earth, to the hollow earth, to this mysterious power source. And it's a win-win because then Kong gets a new home. So like, okay, we'll relocate him, but it's going to be super dangerous because as soon as Kong leaves the island, Godzilla is not going to be happy about that and is going to attack him.
He's going to feel him, smell him. It's like, wait a minute, there's another one. So he goes there and fight him. And that's what happens. As soon as they leave the island with Kong, Godzilla shows up, and it's the first round of Godzilla versus Kong. And yeah, it's pretty big, pretty epic. They destroyed the whole fleet.
Yeah, it happens in the middle of the ocean. So we've got aircraft carriers, and there's like jets trying to take down Godzilla, and Kong is trying to take down Godzilla, but he's in the ocean. There's only so much he can do. He's at a huge disadvantage.
Yes, Godzilla had the advantage of the water.
And the nuclear blast thing, and a lot of other stuff.
But it was a good fight, so they fight, and Godzilla beats him, sort of.
Not really.
Yeah,
Godzilla's pretty wiped out, and is it Rebecca Hall?
Yeah.
Is that the actress?
Yeah.
She's the Kong expert, and she's like, wait, cut the engines, we're gonna play dead, and Godzilla will leave us alone. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
So, if we're keeping score, I would give that round to Godzilla.
Okay, that's what I said.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Godzilla.
Good job, you were right.
Okay. Anyways, so meanwhile, the other team is like invading the big bad guy Tech and find out more about what he's planning. He's planning on they don't know, but they find out why. What he's building, and he's building a mecha Godzilla, cybernetic robot Godzilla, and that's why he wants the energy source, because they can power that big monster machine with the regular power we have these days. Not with Tesla batteries or Anyways, so we have that, and then the team is trying to take Kong back to the Arctic, which is the entrance to Antarctica. Okay,
yeah.
the Antarctica,
Yeah.
the entrance to the hollow Earth. They say, okay, let's fly him over there. So they fly him over there, and he basically take him. There's like this whole conversation. It's like, oh, home, family. There's King Kong's girls there, and he runs. Oh,
that's right, because they realize that Kong can sign.
Yes.
So he's like, oh, home and family, and okay.
Yeah, he signs because he basically adopted this little girl that she's deaf. So she communicates like that, and her adoptive mother communicates like that, and she taught some to Kong, which first she didn't believe he was learning, but he was actually learning, but hiding from her. So then they go to the center of the earth, and this very interesting switch gears. This plot twist. I wasn't expecting anything like that because the trailer doesn't. If the trailer gives Mecha Godzilla, it doesn't give that deep into the writing. So they go down there, and and there's this whole science about it.
Use the word science very loosely. This is where and these are the moments that for me really drive home the B movie thing. It's science fiction that's really heavy on the on the fiction. We can't even pretend this doesn't even sound feasible or realistic.
Yeah, because everybody knows Earth is flat. Come on, really? Anyways.
And then gravity reverses.
Yeah, the gravity reverses a bit too much. I was like, no, gravity continues to be gravity. Well, what's the...
Well, I think what happens because when you're in the center of the Earth, then the surface, right, it's a hollow Earth, right? So up here, we're walking on the surface like this, but in there, you're walking on the surface like that.
Is it?
So gravity's pulling you this way is what they're saying. Instead of... So it doesn't really reverse. But anyway.
For me, it looked like it sounded like it was a mini Earth inside Earth. And inside the mini Earth, we still would have the nucleus or the magma. Because we see some of that when Godzilla spits and makes the hole. So for me, it was like that. So in the beginning, they were walking, and then he jumps, and then he reverses, and then he started doing what you're saying. But
yeah, because when he's walking around the hollow, when he looks up, it's just more hollow Earth. It's like Inception, everything's sort of folded in on itself.
So it was Earth inside of Earth.
You're walking around inside the sphere.
Yeah, but there was a sphere here because he was walking here too.
No,
he changes sides.
Yeah, he climbs up a mountain and jumps to get to that one.
What? So it's like a C. He's not close.
No, it is close. I only have two hands though. So. So here, let's make the sphere, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're walking around, la 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 la, but Godzilla climbs up a mountain, and there's all these rocks hovering in between because that's where this sweet spot in the gravitational field pulling you towards the mass of the Earth, right? And so here he's climbs up on this mountain, and then he jumps off of this mountain and lands up here.
So there's the inside. So inside the hole there. There's not another sphere. That's what you're saying. So where's the nucleus of the Earth? There's nothing.
There's a layer in between. It's like a donut. I feel like Earth is like a donut. Yeah.
See, science, kids, stay in school.
Science fiction. Science fiction.
Anyway, they go there where they have this thing that she's saying one thing.
That I explained very well. And it's entirely accurate.
But I got a completely different notion of it. But so that's where the Titans live, and Godzilla. Kong was the king there. He even has a scene where he sits by his throne.
Yeah, there's a throne room.
Yeah, throne room.
And Stormbreaker.
What?
What's Thor's axe?
Oh, yeah, Stormbreaker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has a battle axe.
Yeah.
Made of Godzilla's. What do you call it?
I guess we call it a fin, one of those. Yeah. Or bony plates. Yeah.
So he gets there and he is king, and the bad guys reveal themselves, and then it's like, okay, we're here for the energy. Let's start drilling.
This is our property now.
And then the good guys, they're there. It's like, no, you cannot do this. This belongs to a museum. I mean, it's the discovery of the millennium or whatever. And then the bad guys push guns against the good guys, and Kong says what? In my house?
There were a lot of not in my house moments in this film.
And then that's when Godzilla that is in Hong Kong ready to take down Apex, he feels Kong down there, and then he spits his nuclear lasers down, open this big hole all the way to the center of Hollow Earth, or midway through the center. Anyways, and Kong look up, Godzilla look down. I was like, it's on.
Something else cool about this axe, because made of one of those Godzilla fin things.
Oh, yeah.
He charges it. He, like, sets it in the ground and it, like, charges, so it's, like, full of all this same, like, nuclear energy that Godzilla is spinning around. So, this is no ordinary axe.
Yeah. So, Godzilla is in Hong Kong, and then Kong climbs through the hole, and then starts the third act. That is basically Batman versus Superman. It's a big, super cool fight, as in Batman vs Superman. Two
Hong
titans.
Kong is basically over.
Oh, I had an issue with Hong Kong. They said we evacuating the city. It was like, okay, I know Hong Kong is big, but they're evacuating the city. And then, like, a while after they say that, when the monsters are fighting, there's like
people in office buildings.
No. There's a restaurant scene.
Oh,
there's people in
the
a
restaurant.
People eating. It's like, come on. The monster arrived like a while ago, and you guys still gonna get dessert? No, start running. Yeah. Anyways.
Because it makes sense for people to still be there, because it's a huge city. It's millions of people on an island.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that there would still be a lot of people trying to get off, trying to get into shelters.
No, that's not a problem. For me, the problem was like people still eating like nothing yet. You know, it's like it's Friday night.
Ordering apps is a big stretch.
It's like, oh, I want to try the pudding. Anyway, so the fight, the clash is beautiful. It's well done.
There's one shot that reminded me, that seemed like very old school Godzilla, when Godzilla first gets to Hong Kong. So the camera is like pointing up from like the surface of a street, and you can see like markets and all this stuff on either side, and a leg, just this like solid trunk of a leg just comes right down in the middle, and you look up at Godzilla walking by. That something about that shot seemed very old school. Yeah, no, there's
some really cool shots during the fight. So they fight.
Cool thing about the fight, Kong uses a lot of tools. Like, they really played into the whole ape thing, like with the sign language and the whole family thing, and then
poop.
no poop. But the way he was using tools, and Godzilla just like tears things up. But yeah, he was anyway.
Yeah. So they fight, and long story short, one falls. Like it was promised in the marketing, in the trailers, in the posters, and it's Kong. Yeah. Kong falls, and Godzilla's okay. It's like rah, 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 and Godzilla walks away. He won. It's done. One and done. When the bad guy reveals his Mecha Godzilla.
Except he doesn't reveal the Mecha Godzilla. He's about to, but the whole, like, well, as you would expect, when a bad guy's got a super powerful robot with incredibly complex programming.
And that's all after he does, like in a Bone movie, reveals his plan.
Yes, with a glass of scotch in his hands. Of course, the robot goes rogue and is acting on its own. And so he's standing with the scotch in his hands like, yes, and humankind will once again be the alphas. And he turns around and there's the robot. He just eats him.
Yeah.
Not the robot thing to eat, but anyway. So the Mecha Godzilla gets out of this facility and takes on real Godzilla. Yeah. And it's not going well. Godzilla cleaned house with Kong, but now Mecha Godzilla is doing the same thing to Godzilla. It is not good. And in the meantime, Kong is dying. The little girl, Gia, I think her name is. Sure. She comes out, she puts her hand on the pavement, and she can feel Kong's pulse. And it's slowing down, and she's heartbroken. And they're like, what do we do? And then one of the scientists is like, wait. We have no way to restart his heart. Like, yeah, to do that, we need this massive electrical pulse. The ships we use to get to the center of the Earth. They have super powerful, crazy, futuristic engines. So he modifies, it's a very Trek moment. They do some modifying of the engines. He pilots the ship right onto Kong's chest. Hits a button, runs off, and the ship acts as a defibrillator. Because that's really all that was wrong with Kong. Not massive internal injuries and broken bones and all that. He just needed an electric shock to jumpstart his heart.
It was his heart, you know, because a fighter without heart doesn't win. But when his heart is rebooted, it's like, I have heart, I will win.
Yes.
So he goes, grab his axe, and beat the crap out of Mechagodzilla.
Yes.
Godzilla helps. Yeah. And so he beats him. He wins. And the reason I say is Batman vs Superman is like Batman fights Superman, and then there's a real threat behind this millionaire. Huh? What a coincidence.
Yes.
This millionaire is creating this bigger threat, and they have to unite forces to fight him, and they fight him, and yeah.
Yep. And Godzilla walks away. Well, swims away.
Yeah.
And there's like a moment where they're like, okay, like.
It's like.
Thanks, bro.
Respect.
Good, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, respect.
Not in my house, but we're good. Okay. Yeah, respect. And Godzilla swims away. And we finish up. We just see Kong happy on the Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Monarch set up a monitoring facility down there, so all the scientists are there, and that's that.
Yes, and yeah, it was pretty fun. It was. I mean, the only disappointment was for me to know the Mechagodzilla was there before it's revealed. But
it was a cool reveal. But as soon as it appeared, like, I knew the rest of the storyline.
Yes. Yeah. No. I mean, I knew I knew the rest of the storyline. I mean, because of the trailer, I guess I knew.
Well, yeah.
How
that would go.
But I knew Godzilla wasn't like suddenly a bad guy. You know, it was like fighting the real bad guy, and Kong was like Batman. He'd like fighting him, but he didn't know he was actually good. And so when they're both on the same side, they fight to get to the bad guy. So Batman versus Superman again. Yeah. So yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong. Fun.
Fun.
Yeah, there's some timing issues and some writing issues, but it's like, it's not for an Oscar, it's for entertainment. The movie theater we went to movie theaters, even though the movie is available on HBO Max. And we saw an IMAX.
Yeah, and this is what it's worth seeing in IMAX.
It was pretty full. I mean, as full as the movie theaters can be these days. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh.
Excuse me.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Godzilla versus King Kong's out there. HBO Max and movies, IMAX. Go see it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. All right. Speaking of fun, we've got a new trailer for Star Wars Bad Batch.
Yes, and it looks really good.
Yes, it does look very good. We see some familiar faces and some not so familiar faces.
There's some like people are already theorizing about, the little boy called Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people saying that's Palpatine's son that will be Rey's
father.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, but I mean.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It could be.
We see a lot of Tarkin and the Kaminoans, which, I mean, could just be the pilot, the Kaminoans saying, like, we've got these weird clones, sorry.
The stormtroopers, I mean, the clone troopers, the troopers is starting to look more like stormtroopers and less like clones.
Yes.
More and more.
And I think we see Fennec Shand. This is Ming-Na's character, or Ming-Na Wen's character from Mandalorian. So.
And we did see her on the other trailer too. So,
okay. Yeah. So that looks good.
Connecting to, Mandalorian universe. The sub universes of Star Wars universe. Yeah, it looks cool. Looks fun. When is out?
That is a really good question, and I don't remember the answer.
Yes, it's soon.
Yes, it will be soon. And it looks like it'll be similar to the other animations where we start out with some like Monster of the Week type episodes. Like they'll have their missions. But then there's going to be, that'll build into like a story arc.
And it's cool. It reminds me of this classic. I mean, by now it's almost a classic. Kind of, maybe not. A bit obscure, called Star Wars Republic Commandos. It was about a squad of clones, and they were very unique. You know, they're special forces. They are. I can't remember if they are troopers, but they are very unique. And like, one is specialized in explosives, one is one is a sniper, one is like the bomber, and the other one is the leader. And and during the game it's really fun because you basically control all four. You can change among them. You know, like, I want to play with this now, and then you get to a door. So, oh, we need the explosives. Get Rocky, whatever his name is, and then you change to Rocky, put the explosives, walk back, explode, and then goes next door.
Fun.
Yeah, you control the whole squad at the same time. It's pretty cool. And they go special missions, isolated from the others, because I think the game starts right after the clones are ready. Kamino is attacked. On the series, I think on Clone Wars they went to that, and then they attacked, and then they escape, and it's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
So it reminds me of that. So it will be nice.
That sounds really similar to what we saw in the trailer, or at least like their specialties and the whole like special mission, special force aspect. Okay.
Bad Batch available on Disney Plus soon.
In the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Because maybe we are in the future, so maybe already,
Oh boy.
Maybe already it's over, and we like.
You'll never know. Okay, also from Star Wars, also coming in the future is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and they released a more complete like casting list.
Yes.
Recently.
There's a lot of names. We don't know about the characters. And there's missing names that we wish they were there, like Nielsen, James Earl Jones, Jimmy Smith. That's his name, right?
Yes.
Jimmy Smith. And I guess that would be it. That would be cool. But again, someone posted that online, and I commented like, you know what? We don't need to know everything. Let them be a surprise. We know they're around and they're alive. Yeah. So
yeah, those would be cool surprises too. So some of it we already knew. Hayden Christensen is on the list, but one that's really got me puzzled, and like everybody else, we've got like Game of Thrones actors and kind of the sort of faces you would expect to see. And then there's Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
And I love the guy. I'm delighted. I'm just really curious about what direction we're going here. Is this going to be like a divergent role for him where he does something a little bit more serious? Is he going to be like a goofy droid?
A creature. I don't know. The show itself, it has a lot of potential, of course. The Star Wars, the mythology is huge. But it's about Obi-Wan, and we don't know if we're going to start during the Clone Wars, if we're going to start after Revenge of the Sith. They're definitely not going to go beyond A New Hope because, well...
Yeah, we kind of know everything that happened.
No, it's not really about that. It's because it's a different actor.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah. Because, they could do a whole show about Force ghosts. But now with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Kenobi is the name of the show?
I think it's just Kenobi.
It's coming soon. They start shooting?
Not soon enough. No? I think so. I hope so.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Either way, it looks great so far, what we know. And I was just going to say, I'm really happy for Ewan McGregor that he gets to revisit this role. Yeah. Because he's such a nerd. He loved it for so many reasons.
And it was
he seems really happy about getting to do it again.
One of the highlights of the
prequels.
The prequels was Obi-Wan. He did a terrific job.
He did. I have zero complaints about any of his performance.
Yeah.
The whole time. Yeah.
I mean, he failed Anakin. He was his brother, but he had the high ground and let the kid die. Anyways.
He did. And Ewan McGregor did an amazing job of failing Anakin.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Okay, still with Disney, still with casting. We've heard more about Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Jarrell has joined the cast.
Yes, Russell Crowe. Oscar-winning Russell Crowe is announced to join the cast. We don't know what's gonna be, but Christian Bale is still connected to the movie, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, as far as I remember, Christian Bale. So we have like two big names to join. Chris Hemsworth.
Natalie Portman's coming back.
Natalie
right?
Portman. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because pretty much everybody is like bigger than Thor.
Yes.
Because he's young and he's new. You know, these people have been working and been successful. Natalie Portman have been successful, like a little girl on what's the movie called? The Profession, I think it's called The Profession.
That sounds right.
Yeah, with Jean Reno. And then Star Wars, and then everything else she did. But Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, and then Hemsworth is like less 10 years or so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that kind of fits with.
But we'll see. Hopefully,
vibe,
hopefully we'll be. Marvel movies will be fun. We're gonna watch. We're gonna enjoy. We're not expecting to be, if we do, we're gonna be disappointed. We're not expecting to be like, wow, this movie is crazy, incredible. In the end, like you saw, it's like Kurt Russell on the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's like, oh, Kurt Russell, that could be cool. That could be,
cool.
And then what's a bucket? Adam Warlock and the Nova Corps. Everything was like, It turned out that Kurt Russell was like a planet, and. Yeah. Anyways, it was meant to be comedic, so maybe this one's meant to be comedic too, and
Or maybe they'll swing back the direction of the first
Melissa McCarthy was seen on the set of Thor.
Really?
There's a scene where she's Hela. She's like big fat Hela. We don't know if it's like some. Like Matt Damon was Loki, or we don't know if like some sort of play again, but she was seen. There's pictures of her
I have
online.
heard that Damon is coming back.
He's coming back too. That's true.
For the same role.
For the same play thing.
Yeah.
So maybe she's.
So that would make a lot of
sense. It's a sequel for the play.
That would actually be really funny.
Yeah.
And a nice previously on. That would be.
Yeah. So
fun.
That's for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay, let's go over to Netflix. They have announced a date for Lucifer Season 5B.
Yes.
Do you remember what that date is?
I mean...
Because we definitely didn't write it down.
Because I told you, right? I think it's May, June, I don't know.
May sounds good.
Sure. June.
I don't know.
Let's say it's June.
June 6th would be nice.
So June 6th.
66, 66.
Oh, maybe you're right.
You know what? I'm going to Google this real quick.
Well, yeah, as we saw at the end of the part A, Season 5, Part A, the Lord of Hosts, God, shows up to stop a fight between siblings. Michael.
That's right.
And Lucifer. And it's like, kids! I hate when you're fighting.
May 28th.
Okay.
Just a week away from a much cooler date for them, but that's okay. That's okay.
So
it's Memorial Day, I think.
Memorial weekend, so there you go.
Yeah. Alright, so Lucifer on May 28th. Netflix has also recently purchased the rights, I guess, to Knives Out 2 and 3. So this was the murder mystery with Daniel Craig and Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Plummer and that whole thing that Rian Johnson did. And Chris Evans and his sweater. And I really enjoyed it. So now we're getting...
It was fun. And I guess they're gonna follow the detective in different cases.
Yeah.
So yeah.
At least 2 more.
And I don't know. I mean, let's see. the guy's not known for do well in sequels, right? The Last Jedi.
Yeah, but maybe since this is kind of his own thing.
Sure, yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna screw this thing that's not mine and mine. No, mine, I'm gonna screw up. Anyways, so it was good. So it's you could tell like 12,000 stories about a detective solving a case. So
yeah, there's a lot of directions.
So Netflix is gonna do that 2 more times.
And lastly, for Netflix, filming has wrapped for season 2 of The Witcher.
Yeah.
So things are moving forward there quite nicely. And I've seen some pictures of like costumes and cast, and it's looking fabulous. Obviously.
Yeah, and they promised a while ago that this season will be more narrative, chronologically. It will not be like what's back and forth in time like a lot. But this one they promised will be more narrative, so we'll see. Okay, we will see. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah. All right. Amazon has recently had some delightful success.
Yeah, Coming to America put Amazon at the top of the charts.
Yeah, this is the Nielsen ratings, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it's their first ever win, so good for them.
It's a tough battleground out there, you know.
Yeah.
Netflix, HBO Max,
Hulu, Disney Plus,
Disney. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's stiff competition, and it came from an Eddie Murphy sequel.
I mean, Eddie Murphy he was always a blockbuster maker. You know, everything he made was like hugely successful. That's what like he got out of SNL and became a movie star.
Yeah.
A global movie star everywhere, you know. Yeah.
To the point that I usually forget that he was on SNL.
Yeah.
Like I think of Eddie Murphy, I think movies first.
Yeah. No, and he's one that stick around for the decades, you know. He got slow, let's decade and a half or so. But you know, there's some other people that were hugely successful after they left SNL, but it didn't like Dan Aykroyd did big on Ghostbusters, the Blue Brothers, Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, you know, and some others, you know, even recent ones like Chris Rock, Sandler did quite okay. They still big movie stars, but you know, like Spade. Farley, we don't know because unfortunately he died. But Murphy was like consistent since he left. Yeah.
All right.
Nominated for Oscars and Golden Globes on his other types of you know, acting, like in Dreamgirls, for instance. Yeah.
And was it Dolomite Is My Name?
Dolomite.
My Name is Dolomite.
Yeah. And of course there's the other one, I can't remember. The one he's an old super anyways, yeah.
Cool. All right, last but not least, Black Adam not only has finally started filming, but they have a release date.
That I told you too. It's April?
July
22nd.
9th. 29th.
2022.
There we go. Good job. I knew you'd remember.
Yes.
July 29th, 2022.
Yeah, next
Black Adam
summer.
I
mean, not this one. If we have this one, is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be slowing down. It's like we went to movies. We saw a trailer for Jungle Cruise that I completely forgot.
Yeah.
You know, it's been so forever ago that they released.
They weren't even playing trailers for a while.
Yeah, they were playing like old like Anyways, this one. Yeah. So maybe this summer will be like weak, but next summer could be big. We'll see.
It could be. Next summer, Fast and Furious is next summer, right?
No, it's this one.
It's this one? Yeah. Okay, never mind.
It's supposed to be last. It was probably one of the first movies canceled last summer. And they decided, oh, we're going to cancel a couple months. No, they said, we're going to send next summer. That's you guys solve your pandemic. Toretto and his family going to be waiting. For the family. Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's it for this week. We see you next week when we're gonna talk more about movies.
And other pop culture.
Yes.
And a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye.